Just got out of Trader Joe's here in Newington, New Hampshire, and it's pouring. And I wanted to talk about today the darkness, and that we go into dark moments in life, to struggles that happen, and to quickly realize that we're engulfed in darkness. It doesn't always happen quickly, but as soon as we're aware of it, to take the steps we need to get out of it or to move through it. I had something happen yesterday where I was really afraid. I was really afraid, and I didn't know it. Like, I knew my spirit was off, but I didn't know truly what I was afraid of. So I kind of jumped into a conversation, and it was not good. I jumped into this conversation, told this person that they needed to get off of the drugs that they were on, that they needed to stop taking the meds for the recovery process because the outcome wasn't going to be good. And I pretty much kind of blurted it at them because I had things I had to do, I had to take care of, and I had a direction that I was heading in, so I wanted to get it done. Like, I wanted to be finished with it so I could move into what I needed to do. Well, it didn't turn out well. This person basically told me, F you, get the F out of my house. And I was like, oh my God, what have I done? So I left, sat in my car, actually picked up the phone, because at that point I realized that I had something in this, that I had ownership in this. So I picked up the phone, had a conversation with somebody that I respect, and kind of was redirected. I ended up I had my dog with me, so I took my dog for a walk. Saw my part, like clearly saw what I did. As I'm walking my dog, I'm like, oh my God, I was selfish, and I jumped in and jumped down this person's throat, thinking that I was being, like helpful, which, maybe it was helpful, but my approach was lousy. So I went back in and said, look, I am so sorry. I was terrified. I'm afraid. And because of my fear, I approached this wrong. My timing was wrong. My words were not fair. And I'm sorry. And this person was able to somewhat forgive me in the moment. And I then, left and stayed away for a while. Like, I kept my distance, knowing that the healing process would happen, not knowing how long, or actually, sometimes the healing process for the person that whoever are aggressive to, and we tell them what we think they need to do, sometimes there is no forgiveness in that. They're like, screw you. So I discovered, after a few hours, about 6-7 hours, I went back into that situation, and there was stress, there was angst on my part. I could feel the same from that individual. But by the end of the evening, I was told thank you. I was actually told thank you for being here to help me, but please don't do that again. What you did today, please don't do that again. I wanted to respond to that and say, I'll try not. I'm a human being. I may still do it, but what I did was nothing. I let that person share. Please don't do that again. Thank you for your help. And I just said, you're welcome. I don't know if this is a blessing to hear the story for you or not. I'm learning to, run back into the darkness if I have to, but see my part. The darkness is really scary sometimes. It's really scary. But I'm learning to sometimes run back into it and deal with it on your terms, and deal with it knowing your part in it, because we all have ownership in our dark moments. We have ownership. It's a choice to see it as darkness. It's a choice to live in it, and how we respond to it. It's all a choice. So it's pouring rain. It's kind of a gloomy morning here, and I'm going to choose joy and happiness that, I was able to see my part. I'm out of it. Even in the midst of this gloomy day, I can choose to be a light. And that's my prayer, that I can be a light today for others and not telling them what they need to do in my fear. Be blessed. Have a wonderful day, and know you're loved.